Hey guys, what's up? It's Carl here, and iPhone 12 Pro is here in the studio. If you just caught my iPhone 12 coverage, I'll leave that video linked up here. I just did a quick unboxing, but this video is all about the Pro model, and you can kind of already see, just like on the iPhone 12 box, the Pro is super thin, and Apple, of course, is no longer including a charging brick. All you get are just the essentials, according to Apple. But in case you haven't seen my iPhone 12 unboxing, we will check out what's inside. You also see a hint of the display, but we'll quickly take this box off. And you can see that I did grab the 12 Pro in its iconic, or I guess new colorway. This is the Pacific Blue. It's honestly my favorite, and I think Apple did a solid job. And it also comes in the three standard ones that I think people are familiar with: silver, space gray, I think they call it graphite this year, as well as the gold, which is redesigned, and I think they redesigned that to mimic 18 karat gold as opposed to, say, rose gold. Inside of the box though, like I mentioned, we no longer have a charging brick. You just have the USB-C cable to, of course, Lightning, designed by California in Apple, and Apple stickers. And just like on the iPhone 12, you only get one this year. And quickly taking off the screen protector, and we will boot this device on. The first thing that I notice in the 12 Pro is the bezels around the outside. So this is made out of surgical grade stainless steel. It feels so much more premium than the iPhone 12. And these actually have the exact same form factor, but just holding on to the 12 Pro, it feels heavier, it feels more premium. And I'm bringing over my 11 Pro Max here. The 12 Pro Max does come later in the month, so make sure you stay posted. I do love the squared off bezels, or the squared off design. Really reminds me of older iPhones, but it just feels more modern. I'm always a fan of boxy designs. If you're new here to the channel, now you know that. And the nice thing about all Apple stuff, I'm gonna use my 11 Pro to boot up my 12 Pro. And interesting enough, on the 12 Pro, it actually has the same display found in the iPhone 12. So it's the Super Retina XDR, 6.1 inches. It has all the same benefits, so 1200 nits of brightness. It's got ceramic shield, which is that new coating that lives on top of the display. You can't actually tell it's there, but that should provide the iPhone with up to 4 times more drop resistance. I'm not about to drop my 12 Pro on the screen, but it's an interesting formula as there is ceramic nanoparticles kind of infused over top. And just right off the bat, just really nice to look at. The one thing though that I wish we saw, I guess we didn't even have to have that on the 12, but at least on the 12 Pro, as if Apple just had a 90 hertz display. Just keep it as simple as that. Other displays are up to 120 hertz and we're still sadly stuck at 60. Just like on the iPhone 12, I feel there's a lot of similarities. We've got the A14 Bionic, so that's the new silicone that we have on the inside. Initial benchmarks and testing, it's a powerhouse, it's a beast. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that chip in their latest MacBook line that's gonna be refreshed sometime by the end of the year, possibly early next year. And I do think the big changes for the 12 Pro model is what's found on the cameras in the back. So you see we have an extra sensor, it's their telephoto lens. I honestly don't really use it too much. If we bring up my now older daily, the iPhone 11 Pro, and scroll through the camera feed, I think 1 in every 200, 300 photos is taken with a telephoto. But if that is your jam, it's there for you to use. And just like we found on the iPad Pro, we have the new LiDAR sensor. So if you're doing a lot of augmented reality, that should help map out your environment when you are doing AR stuff. The second big feature coming to the camera on the Pro models is their Pro video feature. So you can record in Pro RAW, or Apple RAW, I think they call it. It is the first phone that does record in Dolby Vision, and just from some of the stuff that Apple's provided us, it definitely looks dope. So in my full testing, my full review, I will use this camera way more in depth. If there's anything else that you want to see, let me know down below in the comments. And the one quick thing that I do want to showcase on this video is how this device charges, because we have the new MagSafe on the back. And you can see that I've got it connected to my Pro Display XDR. Remember, this does cost extra money, and if you want the 20-watt charger that Apple does recommend, that costs more money as well. All right, so we are charging right now. And just like when we saw on the iPhone 12, when you lift up the phone from the table, the MagSafe magnet stays attached to the phone. Obviously, Apple has done that on purpose, and that should work with accessories. I've of course got my orange case here, and this little color combo I think actually looks way doper than on the red for the iPhone 12, the orange and the blue. When we snap this on, same success, we're still charging. But yeah, that is kind of your very first look at the new iPhone 12 Pro. Like I said, this Pacific Blue colorway, it's my personal favorite, and this will probably be my daily driver, either this or the 12 Pro Max. The thing that I love just out of the box is the stainless steel banding around the outsides. That probably means I can't rock a case on my phone, but I'm willing to do that. I tend to rock most of my phones naked. And if I take my 11 Pro Max, which is now a year old, so happy birthday to this guy, it has fully survived, and with that extra shielding on the front, that new ceramic coating, this should hold up more. So if you want any other videos on the new iPhone 12, 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max, 12 Pro Mini, we've got so many videos lined up. Make sure you sub to the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this very first look, and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next ones. Peace.